Privatization of public services has led to an increase in the number of health and safety disasters, which have caused multiple losses of life. Public Service International Union leaders in the Sub-Saharan African region converged in Uganda's capital city Kampala during the Value Chains Africa Regional Meeting 2023 to share experiences on the shortcomings of privatization of public services.
My name is Linda Litani from Kenya. I'm the regional project coordinator for this particular project, which the theme is promoting transparency and decent work within the supply chains of water, waste and waste management and electricity sectors in 4 particular countries. This project is being implemented by PSI, Public Services International, and supported by DGB BW. And we are here today in the beautiful city of Kampala to have the affiliates from the 4 participating countries, which is Kenya, Uganda, Botswana and Nigeria. We are here to look at what we've done, where we started with the project, which our main goal or impact is to have universal access of public services is guaranteed for all citizens, and that the workers' rights and workers' rights within the 3 sectors, which is water, waste management and electricity, is safeguarded. So the project started in 2020 at the onset of COVID, and the first phase ended in 2022. And we are here in 2023 to converge as the trade unions to look what we were able to do, what we were able to achieve, and to look at where we are going with the next phase of the project.
The members attributed the increasing disasters across various public service sectors in the region to privatization, combined with weak regulations, inadequate inspection and enforcement.
My name is Tom Boya Odege. I'm the Secretary General Union of Kenya Civil Servants and currently a titular representing public service workers unions in Africa. And in my country, Kenya, I'm also a member of parliament in the Republic of Kenya. When you look at the main problem we are facing as a continent, and especially in this region of East Africa, you'll find what's bedwelling Uganda today, it will wake up in Kenya tomorrow, and it will also affect Tanzania, Rwanda, Burundi in the same measure. So like today we have come here and we discovered that Uganda once privatized their electricity sector, and now after 20 years they are recovering it back to the government. As we are talking now, when you look at the president of Kenya, he's open to privatize almost all public utilities, as opposed to Uganda, which is now recovering them back to the government. So from the discussions we have had in this meeting today, we have realized that there is a need for each and every neighboring country in East Africa to learn from each other, because there must be lessons learned by Uganda, which has made them now to reclaim their electricity sector back to the government. And this one should be a lesson to countries like Kenya, Tanzania, Rwanda, Burundi, who might have been in the process of thinking of privatizing some utilities, because Uganda must be having a very practical experience within 20 years, what they have achieved, what challenges they have undergone, and about the failures and the cost of electricity and other related measures.
The project, being implemented in partnership with the German Trade Union Confederation, aims at strengthening public service unions for quality public services and decent work for enhanced service standards in the region.
My name is Comrade Ambrose Kudu from Nigeria. I work for OPTA. OPTA stands for Amalgamated Union of Public Operations, Civil Service, Technical and Recreational Services Employees. Our union protects the interests of workers, among which are workers in water and waste management sector. The union has been working assiduously how to protect the interests of workers and to fight against the privatization of public utilities. Our union is actually against the privatization of public utilities. So I will say the intervention of this project by PSI and DGB in West Africa and eastern part of Africa was timely. It came at a point that our National Assembly was projecting a law in 2020 that will privatize almost every water bodies in the country. But through our union and other civil society organizations, we stood very firm in the campaign against that. We went to the National Assembly, we sponsored our members to go to the National Assembly and submitted memos against that. And thankfully, because of this project, the water bill was thrown out in April sometimes this year. I think that was a major plus. That is a major plus as far as this project is concerned.
It is evident across the region that when privatization goes wrong, the public take the risk while shareholders walk away with the profit.
So this is a very big challenge which we have to put to the Kenyan government, because opening your doors for privatization before you benchmark might endanger the lives of the citizens, the workers, people who are working in that country, and compromise the quality of service which the citizens are looking forward to get. So as a member of parliament in Kenya, I think I've gained a lot from here. And the approach which we are going to give the privatization discussion in our country is going to border on the reasons why those who rushed in privatization are reclaiming back the utilities back to the government. And if this one can work for us, then we must ensure that we don't allow our government to go the same route. Because after some years, we'll also try to reclaim all these things back. But I can tell you, even if you look at what we are doing today, I don't think we have a serious problem in delivering services in our country which can warrant privatization.
The trade unionist said handing over the control to private companies weakens the public sector, reducing the skills and people available to provide high-quality public services.
I'm Jane Jockey. I'm from Kenya. I'm representing a union called Ketao. Ketao is representing workers in the energy sector, which means Kenya Electrical Trade and Allied Workers Union. So as the union, we're representing union from generation workers, distribution workers, and also transmission workers. So generally, our work is to make sure that we fight for workers' rights and also to make sure that their social needs are catered for by the employer. We've had challenges with our sector and also what is happening currently, and that issue is the issue of the privatization. We've seen that a lot of activities have been privatized by private sectors, and that is being led by mostly the government. And through privatization, workers are being laid off. We've seen that private sectors are coming in our country, and they're taking up jobs. Considering when the private sectors come and take jobs, there is the issue of casual employment, where workers' rights are not catered for. There is no representation of unions in those sectors. So that becomes a challenge for workers in general, since their needs are not. Through the promoting decent work on the issue of workers, the project has helped us to have better engagement with the employer, and also engaging with the employers on a decent way through social dialogue. That way we're able to have a meaningful discussion where workers' issues are being discussed and also addressed at initial levels. So the workshop really is helping because of the media engagement, where workers are being enlightened, the leaders are being enlightened on what they're supposed to do from the shop floor level to the top leadership level. So I want to applaud PSI for coming up strongly and supporting the unions for having us and educating our members and leadership at large, so that we can be able to address the issue of privatization and how do we come together as unions so that we can address the animal that is within us.
I'm Nabunya Specious Katende. I work with National Water and Storage Corporation. And we have a union called Uganda Public Employees Union. And under the project of DGP, funded by Germans, we have a project that has been running, and the phase 1 has been completed, so we are beginning the second phase. But this project is working in Uganda with 3 unions that were chosen under PSI. We have Uganda Public Employees Union, which is in the water sector, and then we have electricity, that is energy, and then we have waste, the local government which works on waste management with the private operators. That challenge of pollution. This waste is thrown or littered around by the public. Everyone takes charge. So whoever throws the waste wherever they want, they should know that this waste affects both direct and indirect. Because if it doesn't affect you, like maybe when you see it on ground, it will move in the water and then it will affect you from there. So everyone should take charge. We are trying to make sure that we carry out sensitizations to see that the public is aware that throwing or littering waste wherever we want is not good. We should manage this waste right from you as an individual.
And we were also able to get information of the happenings and the situation analysis in the country. And finally, we were able to plan for the next 3 years how we're going to implement the project with the trade unions and how the trade unions can benefit, especially with the issue of privatization that is really creeping into the countries and in turn affecting the trade unions.